Hey guys, welcome back. It's Christy. Today's video is going to be a Bath & Body Works, no, it's not Bath & Body Works, non-Bath & Body Works Empties products for the month of March. I have a lot. I had these in a smaller bag and I had to move them to a larger bag. This is going to be beauty products and a lot of wax products too, so I don't do like a separate video of like wax only, and I'm starting to wonder if I should now that I'm melting a lot of stuff. I would like to know your guys' opinion. Do you think I should continue doing like Bath & Body Works only and then other, which is this? Or do you think I should do like Bath & Body Works, other beauty products, and then a separate other wax empties? That would be 3 empties videos though. Maybe I need to, since my empties videos are long, but I don't know. I want to know your thoughts. If you have an opinion on it, comment down below. If you don't care, you don't have to say anything. So let's get into it because there's a ton of stuff. First thing that I used up is a giant Yankee candle. I'm new to Yankee, so I don't know what I think. Here's my opinion on Yankee. They're so large and they take forever to get through, and I get sick of the scent. That's how I feel about them. And they're overly priced for how little scent throw they have, and they're just a bitch to try and get to pull out. Like, I just feel like I have to wrap foil around them. I'm not going to go buy an Alumilid. I'm not that committed to Yankee to do that. But anyway, let's talk about Pink Sands. Pink Sands is a really popular one. You can see kind of the sooting that went on. I don't know if this is normal or not. I know the rest of it burned really cleanly. In my opinion. It looks kind of disheveled now because it's been sitting in this bag, but it burned pretty far to the bottom. I'm not disappointed in how evenly it burned, but at the same time, I can't really show you how it actually ended up because I threw this on my candle warmer toward the end. Here's another opinion I have on Yankee. I feel like when I melt it, like the oil just drops down, and then you're just like melting wax, so it doesn't give off a lot of scent. And then it hardens like that, and then you see this huge like ring of where all the oil has moved down to, but then your wax is, you know, still up here, and it's just this constant process where I'm like, when am I going to get to the oil? Like, why does the oil keep dropping down? I don't know. So it was just strange. Like, the majority of the scent was like when I got toward the bottom, where it like completely had pooled out using all the fragrance oil. And I know I've heard people say like they flip them over to move the oil down. Yes, that's very clever and it's a good idea, but really, do you have time to do that? Like, that's so high maintenance. You shouldn't have to do that. Like, you know what I mean? You shouldn't have to do that. You shouldn't have to. Yankee should figure it out. The scent I like. It's a really pretty scent. It's not like Pink Sands at all. It's like a very girly, sweet sugar scent. Alright, Kerastase. I think I showed the shampoo. No, I showed the conditioner in my last Empties video. This is the shampoo that came with it. I got this free from Influencer. I liked the shampoo, I liked the conditioner, but when they sent it to me, they sent me this giant shampoo and like this smaller conditioner, and I use twice as much conditioner as I do shampoo. My hair is long, and I need to like drench my hair in conditioner because it's just so not healthy at all. So I will not be repurchasing this because it's really hard to find. It's only sold at like certain salons or online, and it's too pricey for me to want to buy online. No thanks. No. Not that you guys care, but I used up... This is like something you never see in an Empties video because nobody flosses their teeth. Except me, because I'm a dental hygienist. But I used... pretty quickly, actually, especially with my Invisalign. I floss like 4 times a day. I used up a Listerine gum care. I really like this floss, and I would recommend this for someone who tends to like get food caught in their teeth. It's kind of like a woven floss. It's a cinnamon scent, but it's like woven. It's almost like yarn, and it catches a lot and it picks out a lot in between your teeth. So as my teeth are loose and moving, they kind of like bend and flex. I know it sounds gross, but they're kind of mobile, and so stuff can get caught in there or wedged in there a lot easier. So this was great floss to use. I gotta buy more of it because now I'm on to like some cheap little floss picks that I have. Alright, I used up Herbal Essences Honey I'm Strong Strengthening Conditioner. This was nothing special. I would not recommend it. I would not repurchase it. I got it at Big Lots for a whopping $4.50. I just needed a conditioner. I did like the smell of it. Yeah, I liked the smell. Herbal Essences always smells good though. Okay, I have a few little wax, there's more of them in here I'm sure, little ramekins of the Smell Goods wax melts that I recently like hauled and did like a first impression on. I've been trying to use these up because these honestly aren't my favorite. This one was called Marshmallow Candy. So when I did my first impression, I could hardly smell this, and the marshmallow scent that they used was very like this weird artificially like off-putting scent, but honestly like when I melted this it smelled so good. It literally smelled like marshmallows, and it was very, very faint. So in my room with my wax warmer where I had it, it would like come and go, but it smelled really nice. I think mixed with something else it would be even better. I know that I did use, I have two of these, and I'm sure I'll find the other one in here, but I used one of these whole things to go with another scent that is probably in here that I split in half. So I used a half of that scent and a whole one of these to kind of balance out this other really strong scent that I can't remember the name, but I'll tell you it when I find it. But this Marshmallow Candy one was really, really nice actually. It was probably one of my favorite ones. And then I used up Gummy Bears, which to me smelled like lemon and lime. It was such a strong lemon lime fakey candy scent that it just like made me sick, and now I have a really hard time like in this last week smelling anything that's lemon or lime. It just kind of disgusts me because it was so strong. Ugh. I don't know what it did to me. It's just so candy-like. I wasn't a huge fan of that. There's more down there we'll get to. I used up an EpiL makeup wipes. These are the ones I get from Big Lots. This was the, what were you? The green tea ones. I like how, yeah, it was the green tea ones. They're okay. I think I like the ones I'm using now better. Aloe vera. I can't remember. I don't have like a super strong opinion of these. They're nice. I use them to like take the majority of my makeup off, and then I use usually my DHC cleansing oil to get the rest off, but yeah. Alright, I've got the Mainstays French Toast Candle. This was just like the worst thing ever in existence that I've ever melted or burned. It had no scent. The scent on cold, even now, smells like French toast. It smells like maple syrup and French toast. And it smells good. But there was literally no scent coming from this, and it burned so terribly, and like the wick started moving, and like you could just pick them up. This was god awful. This ended up on my wax warmer just to see if I could get any more scent out of it, and I really couldn't. I didn't even take like too much of a chance on it. It was just like a crappy candle. I don't recommend it. Because of this candle, I will not try any Mainstays candles again. I will try the wax melts, not the candles. Alright, I have a Village candle. I got this at TJ Maxx or Marshall's. I can't remember where. Oh wait, of course. There's a tag on it. It was $9.99, which I thought was pretty pricey to just take a chance on it. It's in the scent Black Cherry. This was so strong, you guys. This was intense. This was an intense, I mean, look how dark it is though. I think that's just kind of expected with, first of all, the wax was really dark. It's like a dark cherry scent. I think it's just expected with how narrow it is and how tall it is for it to soot all over, but I mean, that was pretty bad. Why do you think my health is not so great right now? But this was a very artificial black cherry scent. Sometimes I liked it, sometimes I didn't. The only reason why I would I wouldn't repurchase this candle because I didn't like it enough to want to repurchase it for 10 bucks. But I would buy other Village candles. I was very, very pleasantly surprised, like blown away by Village candles from this. I mean, look at the bottom. It burned all the way to the bottom, and even though it's disgusting and like like all this gooey residue. Like, look at that. That's bad. That's really bad. I was breathing that in. But it melted all the way to the bottom, you guys. It's crazy. I've never seen a candle melt like that to the bottom. Like, where it's still staying lit and, like, everything's turning to ashes. I mean, come on. It's crazy. I spend too much time talking about that. Alright. DW Home Warm Tobacco Pipe. Just a little guy. $2.99. Wait for it to focus. Marshalls. I have the large one of this. This one was a really good size for like a bathroom or even a bedroom, because this is kind of an intense scent that you either love or hate. It's a very masculine tobacco pipe scent. You have to like that. It smells like incense. It smells like incense, which is what I just said. And maybe a little sweetness, but I don't know. It's like a fireside incense type scent. Definitely one you have to smell in person in order to decide whether you like it or not. I really liked the fact that it was a cool black candle, but it did, if you can see, had some chipping at the top from like this lid. I don't know, it burned really, really well. Evenly, all the way down. I had no burn issues. I was happy with it. It wasn't like a weak candle by any means, especially for how tiny it was. I wasn't expecting any scent to come from this, and I was really surprised. So, although I don't care for a black tobacco, warm tobacco pipe, you guys might, and I would recommend this size if you find it. Try it out. It's not going to be like too overwhelming. I do have the 3-wick of it, and I was hoping it was going to be more like a creamier scent, almost like tobacco mixed with marshmallow fireside, like that type of scent. Doesn't that sound nice? But it wasn't. It was more of like an incense tobacco scent. I used to have Colgate Sensitive. I use this when I whiten my teeth and all the times in between. I like it. I don't know. I get freebies from my work, so I just use what the reps give us. I used up a giant Vitafusion Women's gummy. These, I like the Vitafusion brand of like gummy vitamins, but these ones weren't my favorite. This is a mixed berry one. It's 150 count. So you're supposed to chew up 2 of these. These are like the consistency of a gummy bear, like very gummy. They're like a purpley color and round, like a little gumdrop type thing. Very gummy like. I like the ones that are more like a soft fruit snack, like a not like a Starburst consistency, but you know what I mean, where you chew into it and it doesn't like have that, doesn't bounce back like rubber. So I won't repurchase these unless I find them like really cheap. But they tasted good and they were nice vitamins to take, I guess. I don't know. This was in my car and I finally used it up. It's a Victoria's Secret Angel. I got this free, I'm sure, with like a $10 birthday thing or something like that. It's a good scent. I like it. It's probably going to always remind me of my car now, since that's when like I sprayed it in my car when I would get out, so it would smell good when I came back in, which never really worked too well. But I was just trying to use it up. So I eventually did. Okay, I have a Smell Goods company. This is the Coconut Candy Marshmallow. This literally smelled like nothing to me. Very, 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 very faint. I used all 6 of these and did not smell hardly anything. That's how disappointing this one was. So I was not happy with this one. Not a repurchase for me. It's Coconut Candy Marshmallow. It didn't really smell like coconut or candy. It was just like a very faint scent of that marshmallow scent that I said I don't like on cold, but it smells better. Except this one didn't smell as good as that marshmallow candy one that I showed you earlier. Alright, I used up a Garnier Whole Blends Repairing Shampoo, and then I have the conditioner. This is something I would purchase from the store. I liked this. This smelled really good. I can't vouch for like the quality of it. I don't think it's really going to be like a strengthening one, but if you're looking for an affordable, like yummy smelling shampoo and conditioner, yeah, I'm sure it's not. I actually saw these at Walmart. I think I might have a coupon for them too, but I have a bunch of shampoo now and conditioner, so I don't need anything. I used up a Versace Bright Crystal little perfume sample. I'm trying to use these up. And this isn't my favorite scent. It's floral and a little bit of fruit. Like if you want to pause the video to see what's in it, that's what's in it. Not my favorite. I wouldn't purchase the full size. I used up a product candy. This is not my favorite either, but for some reason I like it. It's kind of grown on me. It's just a little guy, and it won't. I know there's a tiny bit left, but it won't spray out. It's so disappointing. Because I kind of started liking it. It was kind of like warm and cozy, mature, but also a little bit candy scented. So I don't know. That's too bad. I have a Sephora like blush sample. This is in number 5 Sweet on You. This was nice, not something I would purchase. You can kind of see that's the color that it was, and it was just like a little pad of color, and now it's gone because I just used a brush and tried it out. And then it has like a bunch of the different colors on the back. I don't know, I own a bunch of blushes and I hardly ever use them, and I just don't know if I'll repurchase them. I used a Kate Somerville Exfoliate, Hollywood's 2-minute facial. I know that Kim from Canada Kim 1978 really likes this. Just using it once, I can't remember how it felt. I was afraid it was going to make my face red, and it didn't, which was good. Not that I have sensitive skin, but I was just nervous about it. So I would like to try more of it. I think I do have 2 more samples, so I'll have to get back to you on that. It was obviously nothing that stuck out in my mind as fantastic, but I only tried it once, so that's all I can say about it. I used up and I've already repurchased my Botanica Hawaiian Oil-Free Moisturizer. I love this. I've been using it for years. It's just a really nice moisturizer that doesn't make my face oily throughout the day because it is oil-free. And it's, you know, cruelty-free. It might even be vegan. I don't even know. Nope, it's vegetarian. Hypoallergenic. It has no parabens, phthalates, or animal testing. So yeah, it's just nice. I get it at Target. It's probably like $15.99. So it's not the cheapest moisturizer, but it's also not like a super high-end one. So I will constantly repurchase that. When I don't have that lotion and I have to use something else, I just feel off and like, oof, gross. Like my face feels dirty or something. I don't know what it is. I used up a Sensodyne. This is the Fresh Impact. It's not very fresh. One thing that I can tell you about Sensodyne is that it works. The potassium nitrate in it does, you know, it's an added ingredient along with your sodium fluoride. It does help with sensitivity. It blocks the tubules inside your, it sends through the little straws that lead to your nerves. It plugs those and numbs them to not feel sensitivity, cold sensitivity. But the Sensodyne brand itself, sorry, a little science lesson for you, is not very strong of a minty scent. So I like using this usually, I don't know, before I go to sleep or something like that, where I don't want something super minty, but it's a really mild toothpaste. So if you like a mintier toothpaste, here's another one of it. You're not gonna really like this. In which case, just go for one that has potassium nitrate or stannous fluoride. Those are both ingredients that will help with the sensitivity. Sensitivity, like cold sensitivity to teeth, is like the most common complaint that I get as a hygienist. So I'm sure some of you guys get that too. Oh, okay, I got a DHC sample in geranium lotion. This was nothing special. Actually, their lotions are toners, so they're like liquidy. They're a liquid, and they're just like, yeah, like a toner before you put on the cream, which is their lotion, basically. So nothing special about it. Here's the little sample of the cream that I got. Nothing special about that. Not something I would repurchase. Okay, I used up an Urban Decay. This is the eyeshadow primer potion. This is in the original. So it's just like a nude. It dries invisibly. It looks pretty invisible. On your finger it would look nude, but it just goes on clear. And then I used up this Jouer. Is it Jouer? Jouer? Essential Lip Enhancer Conditioning Lip Treatment. It actually says, loaded with clinical proven maxi lip to increase fullness of lips while decreasing fine lines. I didn't use it for increasing fullness. I actually used this before I went to sleep as like a nice lip moisturizer because I was trying to use it up. It was just like a lip gloss consistency, nothing exciting, and it didn't moisturize my lips, so it's not something I would recommend for any of that. I didn't see any of that. It was basically like a clear lip gloss I put on my lips. but I just wanted to use it up. Alright, all I have left are a bunch of wax melts, so if you don't care about the wax melts, you can click out. If you do care, stick around, and I'll show you. Okay, marshmallow candy, cotton candy marshmallow. Okay, so earlier I said I liked the marshmallow candy. The other one that I really liked was the cotton candy marshmallow. This was like that marshmallow scent, but it also had a cotton candy like scent on the top that I could smell. And yeah, this was the closest thing I've ever smelled to an authentic cotton candy scent. It's very, very, very faint, so if you decide to order from Smell Goods, it's an Etsy seller. They do have a website too. Don't go into it thinking you're going to get a strong cotton candy scent. It's pretty mild, but when you smell it, you're like, that's the closest thing I'll ever smell to a cotton candy wax melt. Unless you know one, and if you do, write it down, comment down below because I want to know. Alright, I used up a white chocolate one. This was just like a generic chocolate scent. Nothing came out that was special to me when it was melting. I think I have another one I'm going to try and dig through and find. Yeah, of course, it was the very last one I grabbed. So I used 2 of these. Just a generic chocolate scent. Nothing too, like, exciting. Not, like, extraordinarily... It didn't make your mouth water. It wasn't that kind of... It was like, oh yeah, that smells like chocolate, but not like a make you drool, think you're smelling like real chocolate scent. It was more like a fakey chocolate scent. So, not my favorite. I have a cherry marshmallow swirl. This is the one that was so strong that I had to break in half and you mix with that marshmallow candy scent, which is right here. So I used a whole one of these and a half one of these. And then the other half of this I mixed with something else. I can't even remember. And then I had another one of those super strong ones. I actually think I melted this one whole and like just melted it downstairs in my bathroom and like spent the whole day upstairs so I wouldn't have to go buy it. Because it was so intensely strong, like cherry cough syrup, in like the worst way possible. I didn't like it. And then I used up, the tag came off this one. This is a lemon pound cake one that I also got. These are all from the same company, by the way. And I really liked this one. This one smelled really good. I think I have one more of these, and yeah, this is, even now smelling this empty thing, I can smell it, and it smells really good. It was a really nice lemon pound cake scent. It smelled like the iced lemon sugar cookies, or is that Sensationals? Or the Better Homes and Gardens, like lemon pound cake. It smells like those. It was really nice. I liked it. That's something I would repurchase if I couldn't get the other ones at Walmart, which I can. So, I don't know. If I placed another order with that Smell Goods company, I would probably buy a bunch of those. I used up a Vanilla Rose. This is one that I think in my video I said kind of smelled like pink petal tea cake at first. No, it does not. It does not smell anything like it. No. It's like the rose that made me think of it, but it actually doesn't. It doesn't smell like, no. Did I say that it smelled? I feel like I said that it smelled like that, but I just want to clarify, it does not. It smells like a Victoria's Secret scent to me, and I can't remember what it is. Maybe it's called Vanilla Rose, I'm not sure. This is like an intense perfumey rose scent. Very, very strong. Like headache-inducing for me. Headache-inducing strong. It had to be upstairs in my kitchen to like disperse throughout my kitchen and living room area. And then it worked well. Another Jelly Beans. This is like that lemony lime one. Actually, no. Jelly Beans. No. Gummy Bears was the lemon and lime. Jelly Beans was a little bit better. It was an all-around fruity one. A little more cherry, but not too much cherry. This one was a little bit better. Still very candy-like and not something that I want to buy more of. Here's another one of it. I used those up. But it was really strong, so if you like an all-around like candy, cherry's the dominant note. Maybe like cherry, lemon, lime, stuff like that. Very candy scented. Like artificial scent, if you know what I mean. Anyway, that's everything. That's everything I used up. Oh god, this video is so long. I'm not going to say any more. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Comment down below. Let me know if I've asked any questions or told you to comment. Let me know your thoughts and comments on any of these products and all that stuff. Thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe if you haven't. I feel like I just said that. If not, okay. I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.